Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I just created this look with the Morphe Brushes 39A palette. So if you want to see how to create this holiday inspired look, then just keep watching. Okay, so starting off with this shade called Bear and this one right here called Transitional. This is the Morphe 39A palette again. There are so many different looks you can do with this, and I just recently purchased it and received it, so I am going to do a ton of looks with this. So sorry if you get sick of it. So anyways, I'm just applying this in my crease as my transition shade, just kind of blending everything out in small circular motions. This is really going to help your blending process go a lot smoother. So next I'm going in with this shade called Fickle. It's a really pretty light olive green shade, and I'm just applying this with another blending brush in the crease as well, just kind of blending those two shades together. So now I'm going in with a shade called Pine. It's a darker olivey color. It's really pretty. I'm so glad that they interpreted these colors, these greens actually, into this palette because I don't see too many palettes with them. So I was just excited to use them. So I'm just kind of building up the intensity, keeping it mostly on the outer corner. I do want most of the pigment just on the outer corner because I'm not going to wear a wing or anything or black liner. So I'm just kind of blending it towards the middle of my lid. I'm also going to take this really small detailed brush and I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of Pine and Muse, which is like a black shade, mixing those together just to deepen up that outer corner and kind of cutting that crease just to kind of define everything and make it more intense. So I am bringing this all the way to the inner corner, just like that whole crease area. It's going to look really cool and really sharp once I clean it up with some concealer and put the rest of the shadows on. So again, just going back in, I don't have any additional product in here because I didn't want it to look too like crazy. So I'm just taking whatever is left over on the brush and just kind of blending everything out. I am using a light hand so that everything blends out the shadows and kind of just moves around. And then I am taking the brush that I used before that with the color Fickle, again just blending everything out at this point. And then again, this shade, I did put a little bit of Bear on here, and then just kind of making sure that there are no harsh lines and everything is blended out together. So this is where I'm going to go in with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre to carve out my crease. So I'm just going to go under that line right in the middle on the crease just to make it look a little bit sharper. This is my favorite part when creating a cut crease, and I just feel that this just cleans everything up, any mistakes, and it just looks a lot cleaner. So now I'm going in with a shade called Inspire. This is a really pretty shimmery forest green shade, and I'm just kind of applying that towards the outer corner and kind of blending it towards the middle because I am going to put another shade from the middle to the inner corner. So I did wet my brush for that foil finish look and just kind of packing it on with that small detailed brush. I love using a small detailed brush because then you can just kind of be very precise and just apply the shadows where you want them exactly. So then I'm going to go in with my MAC 224 brush. I did spray it again, and I'm going in with the color So Glam. It's so pretty, and I just think that these shades go really nice together and they blend out perfectly. On top of this, I am going to go in with the Stila Magnificent Metals. I will put the name of it in the description box down below, but I just picked it up with that same brush and I'm just patting it just to give it more of that glitter and make it nice and shimmery. So here I just picked up a little bit more of that shade called Inspire, and I'm just kind of swiping back and forth ever so lightly just to blend those two shades together and giving that nice ombre transition effect. So now I'm just picking up a little bit more of Pine and Muse and just kind of building up the intensity of that outer corner and the crease. So now I'm just blending one last time, ever so lightly. I do not have any more product on the brush. I'm just working with whatever is left over. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. This is from Palladio Beauty. I think that's how you say it. So this is a double-ended mascara. One side is for volumizing. I'll put a couple coats of that. And the other end is for lengthening. Or this one is for lengthening and this one is for volumizing. So if you like wearing false lashes like me, go ahead and apply them now. I am using the Intoxicating, they're in the style Intoxicating by Flutter lashes. I already applied my foundation, which is the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Foundation Drops. Amazing. I love the formula. It's very lightweight on the skin and it doesn't feel too heavy or anything, and it's medium to full coverage. So now for the under eye area to highlight and conceal, I'm using the Tarte Cosmetics Rainforest of the Sea Aquacealer Concealer in the shade Light Medium, blending everything out with my Beauty Blender. It is very damp, and this really is an awesome tool to have when you're blending out liquids and creams. I'm going to go in as well with this concealer, Better Skin from Maybelline, just in the inner part, just to kind of brighten that area up a little bit more. And then, of course, blend everything out. Going in with my favorite setting powder. This is from Cover FX. I'll just set everything under the eye area everywhere I applied the concealer with my damp beauty blender, and then I'll go in with a fluffy brush and just kind of get the rest of my face with that same powder. So now I'm using the Makeup Geek Cosmetics Powder Contour, and this is in the shade Complicated, just kind of bringing warmth back into my face, carving out my cheekbones, jawline, going around the edge of my forehead to make it smaller, and then I will go in with some blush. So going in with one of my favorite blushes from Sigma Beauty. This is in the shade Cor de Rosa. I love the shade for like the fall and winter time. I'm just applying it towards the back of my temples and bringing the rest of the product that's on the brush towards the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to highlight with the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter. This is so pretty. It's very inexpensive. It's a really pretty gold shade. So I'm just applying that with a wet brush from Morphe brushes on my cheekbones, kind of highlighting above my eyebrow a little bit and the tip of my nose. And I'm also going to apply some on the inner corner of my, like where my tear ducts are, just to right there, just to kind of give it that little pop. So whenever I do a smoky eye like this, I really love to apply some of the shadows, like the darker shades that I used in the crease on the lower lash line, to smoke everything out and make the look more complete. So I'm just kind of blending everything. I did use Muse, Pine, and Bear for the lower lash line. So I'm just going to apply some mascara on the lower lashes. I'm using the lengthening end of this mascara just to really define them. So for lips, I'm going to use the Morphe brushes lip liner. You can use these on eyes or lips. This is in the shade Sweet Tea. It's a really perfect, like a taupey nude shade. It's not too light for my skin tone, and I think it's just right. I'm obsessed with it. I'm going to apply some gloss over it though. So I'm just going to use this as a lipstick and just fill everything in. So I'm going to use the Cover FX Mattifying Setting Spray. I love this stuff. They do have a luminous one, which is awesome. Going in with the Colourpop Cosmetics / I Love Sari collaboration Ultra Glossy Lip. And this is in the shade Curvii. It's beautiful. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!